Hi. Okay, so this is 10 things I wish I knew as a 30-year-old. But technically, it's stuff I wish that I would have been brought up knowing, sort of incorporated into my upbringing and would have, I don't know, that would have been ideal, right? And I know a lot of it I had tried to incorporate in my kids growing up, but I don't know how well that worked. So anyways, here we go. So number one, if you think what you're going through is worse than anyone else, you're wrong. Or if you think it's the worst thing that can happen to you, you're wrong. There's always somebody out there that has it worse than you do. And whatever's happening to you now, it may seem really, really big and traumatic, but it isn't the worst thing that can happen to you. If you're sitting here watching this, the worst thing has not happened. So, get the idea behind that is get perspective, and and the drama about because the worst thing that's ever happened. It's like, let's have not so much drama. We're okay. It's okay. You're gonna be okay. Things happen, and you're gonna be okay. So number two kind of goes with number one. Your life will never go exactly as planned. I always told my children growing up, always have a plan A and a plan B. And also then be flexible, because sometimes plan A doesn't work. So you go to plan B. Plan B doesn't work, or you have to tweak it, do it a little differently. You have to pivot, right? We all learned that in COVID, right? Pivot. So that's, your life will never go exactly as you plan it. So if you're a planner and you really like to be in control of things, and sorry, Pisces about that, sorry. But we have to be flexible, because life is not that easy to plan and navigate completely. You can have general plans, like big plans, but the basics, you have to be willing to be flexible on that. Okay, so number three, again, it's kind of tied with the first two. Life doesn't stop when things get tough. Tragedies happen, people you love die, and babies are born. Kindness from strangers is real, and you can win. So that goes from a very low point to a higher point. But the point is that life doesn't stop. No matter what's going on, life doesn't stop. Bad things happen, good things happen. Life just keeps going. Time, the clock, keeps going. No matter what, you gotta keep putting one foot in front of the other, even if it's really bad, and even when it's really good, because it's just gonna keep happening. So there's that. That's three. Four. Oh, this one I like a lot, and this one I continually remind myself. Always have goals. All kinds of goals. Short-term, long-term. You just always want to have things to look forward to. What did I write here? Oh, well, little things you can start with, like make your bed every morning, drink water, smile, and say hi to strangers. Those are little good gestures, good things to do for yourself. Make your bed every morning. Small goal, easy. You can do it. And if you do it, it's an accomplishment. Every morning, as soon as you get out of bed, make your bed. you've got an accomplishment, scratch off right there. Drink water. It's just good for you. And if you need to, put some electrolytes in it. I have to do that, so that's just me. You don't have to do it. I do that. But goals, have something to look forward to. I get bummed out. I go through dark times and then I will realize, well, I just have nothing to look forward to in my life. And a lot of older people go through this where they don't have things to look forward to, and young people sometimes do too, but more older people do, because they've often already raised their children, they've had their career, they've done all these things, and they've got nothing to look forward to. Well, join a book club. My daughter and I are making our own little book club between the two of us. She wants to read Jane Austen, so we chose Sense and Sensibility, and I read it in high school, but that was frickin' 40 years ago. So we're gonna read it and then have our own little, it's something to look forward to. Finishing a book and then talking about it. You can do something, plan a trip, stay in a hotel in your own town. That's exciting. That's something to look forward to. Just do something that you're not used to doing. Go for a drive in the country. Just get in your car and go park in a grocery store parking lot and count the number of people you see walking by. Just do something. Set a goal and just do it. Goals are always important. Those are small, but there are big ones too. Of course, we all know the big goals. But set goals. It's important. Okay, next thing. 5. Oh, this is a good one. And I can't show you the list. But don't be afraid to fail. Be afraid of not trying. The difference between success and failure is perseverance. And the best example I've had through my whole life is Abraham Lincoln. And his was, and you can correct me on this if I'm not completely accurate, but I think it's something like he failed at 2 businesses. He had a sweetheart or a fiancée that died when he was very young. He had a nervous breakdown. He, something like 6 or more times, ran for office and failed but he kept going through all of this before he became our 16th president in 1860, and a very important president. So his story of perseverance, we're soft here in 2025. Back in the 1800s, they didn't have time to be soft, or they just had to keep going. And that's a good story. It's a good thing to know and something to learn from. So just keep going. Don't be afraid to fail, because failure is just part of the process. So keep going. Next one, 6. Oh, simple one. Start an IRA or retirement savings plan young, like with your first job. Put a little in each year and leave it. You'll thank me in 30 years. I wrote this stuff earlier today, and I'm just reading it to you so I don't forget. But yes, I absolutely believe if I had flippin' saved some money in my 20s, I'd be so grateful right now. I would have over $1 million easily, if you put in $500, $800 a year, $50 to $100 a month. You're not going to miss it. And you just put it in there. You leave it there in a savings account, but better an IRA account. I would actually recommend, and I'm not like an affiliate or anything for it, but Vanguard has great accounts for starting savings accounts and starting IRA accounts. They're free and they turn good rewards. You put your money in there and you leave it alone. And just put a little bit every year. You don't have to put a lot. And the earlier you start, you would have more money if you started at 20 and put in $2,000 a year and stopped at 30, and never put in money again, than a person that started at 30 and paid all the way until they were 50 or 60. Think of that. So, start early, put a little money in, do the right thing, help yourself. Just things I wish I knew, that's all. Okay, next thing. This one. Yeah, well, I think a lot of people kind of know this. I gotta scroll down a little bit, excuse me. This is, if you're in a relationship, I think it's important if you're planning on either moving in together or committing to like a marriage or a permanent partnership or something like that, go get counseling. You know what? Just invest in yourself, invest in the relationship. If it's an important enough relationship for you to be living together or combining finances or buying a house together or buying a condo together or getting married or something like that, go get counseling. Go get it. Make that counselor ask you guys all the questions and make you duke it out before you get into something where it's much more painful to get out of. Figure it out beforehand. So there's that little tip. Go get it before, not wait until your relationship is in dire straits and then it's like, oh, maybe we should get some counseling. No, go do it before. Sort the issues. The biggest issue is money, number one, that people break up over. Anyways, that's that one. Let's see what else. 8. Oh, this one I love, and I wish I had always known this, but for me it works out okay. But it is maintain your relationships with your siblings. They will likely be the longest relationships you have in your life. Yeah, another one, I read it this weekend or this afternoon. They will be your siblings, meaning your brothers and your sisters. And for those of you that don't have, if you're an only child, you don't have a brother or sister, maybe a cousin that's in your age bracket, someone that you might be close with, but primarily siblings. Maintain those relationships. A lot of times people go sour over things, but work hard to not have that happen, because these are going to be people that you know a longer period of time in your life than anyone else. You're going to know them if all goes well. You will outlive your parents. You will outlive, even your spouse met you years after you were born, but your sibling was there in your early years, and you grew up together, and you had adulthood together, and then maybe old age together. So you have lived your whole life with your siblings. Don't forget that these are strong. They can be strong relationships. I know sometimes it's unavoidable. It just doesn't work out. But if you're able to maintain those relationships. Next thing, number 9. This is a basic one that my mother told me when I was a teenager. This was one that I learned when I was a teenager, and I was probably a young teenager, because I went to her with a problem, and her answer was follow the middle path. And that means don't go to either extreme. You know, follow the middle path. And I think that's, what did I have written there? Yeah, meaning everything in moderation. Stay away from extremes. Work hard, play hard, but don't jump off roofs into swimming pools. Use your head and don't be a dumb arse. You know, that's what I wrote when I was like brain spitting this afternoon. Yeah, follow the middle path. Be moderate. You know, no need to go crazy in either direction. Right? That's a good one. I love it. I love it. Follow the middle path. Okay, last one. This one. This one I learned in 10th grade. And I wish I could remember my teacher's name. It was a philosophy class, actually in the high school in 10th grade. Weird. I think it was philosophy. But it might have been called, it was called anthropology or something like that. I don't know what it was called back then. That was back in the, it was like 1979. So I don't know what they called it back then. But this one is really good. Nothing is permanent except change. And if you let that sort of sink in, that includes some of the other ones that we already talked about. But nothing is permanent except change, which means that change is always happening. We are always experiencing change. And nothing is absolutely permanently going to stay exactly as it is. It's going to keep changing and evolving. The pendulum swings back and forth. And if you think you've got it all together and everything's right now, well, take a breath, because life keeps moving, as I spoke about earlier. Anyways, so that's it. Nothing is permanent except change. I love you. Have a good night. Bye.